What is the Forgotten Temple? In order to process what it really is, we need to learn a couple things. What it is, where it's from, and what game in the timeline is it from. We know that Breath of the Wild doesn't give us any context on what the Forgotten Temple really is, but I have a few theories of my own. I believe that the Forgotten Temple is the sealed temple from Skyward Sword. If you stick around, you'll know why I think this. There are very many subtle hints that this is in fact the sealed temple from Skyward Sword. Look at the vines. The vine is almost identical to that of Skyward Sword's temple. And the surrounding area also looks like it. And although it's not going to look exactly the same, it's in a state of decay. And like the sealed temple in Skyward Sword, even though it is in decay in that game, it's in a much worse state in Breath of the Wild. There were many things that were in my theory, but the one thing that popped out the most to me, there was one thing, and this in fact proved it was the sealed temple from Skyward Sword. But we'll get onto that later. Look at how similar the entrance is to the sealed temple. It's almost identical, but without doors, of course, in its entire state. It's higher up. There are many, many more things in the temple that prove my theory right. Literally everything in the temple looks exactly the same. There's just some changes because it's in a different time. The tree on the wall. There were trees everywhere in the sealed temple. And even this part of the temple looks exactly the same. Don't tell me now that this is not the sealed temple. Look at these designs. They're the exact same from Skyward Sword. And the columns. They're in the exact same place. And more vines. However, this part doesn't exactly look familiar to me, but whatever, on to the theory more. If we walk over here, actually, there's way more than you guys could ever imagine. This may be different. There may be tons and tons of different stuff. The temple may be bigger, but many things in Zelda change over time. They get added onto or destroyed completely. And I can't climb this wall. There are even cracks in the wall from the sealed temple. But do you see that all the way ahead? That is the thing earlier in the video that I said stood out to me the most. Sure, there's more vines and stuff, but this is what gave it away for the win. Tra-la-la-la-la, we're flying, and back to the theory. Look at this. This is literally just the same. It's the exact same. And then here it is. The goddess statue. This confirmed it. I had to go back to Skyward Sword the moment I saw it. I said no. No way. And I was right. It literally is the exact same platform that fell in Skyward Sword. If we enter the sealed temple, right now I'm in the past, obviously. You can tell the temple is not destroyed like it is. But look at it. The columns. The columns. But if we come back to the future, the present, what it is right now, look, that very same vines. The very same vines. And a tree back there. There's so many things that prove this, guys. And over here. This may not have the exact same thing, but anyway, look. There were openings up in the sealed temple. There were openings in the Forgotten Temple. Outside the temple is where all the real stuff is. I've looked around in other games. No temple compares. No Twilight Princess, no Wind Waker. Here it is. We come through here. There it is. There it is. Those exact same columns that look destroyed. And then the goddess statue. Sure, there's a stupid shrine right here in Breath of the Wild, but there's no denying it now after you saw this. Look at it. It's the exact same. And like I said, there's just a shrine there instead. Look at it. It is literally the exact same thing. I was speechless when I figured this out. Look at it. Just look at it. And there it is. Everything that proves my theory correct. The Forgotten Temple is in fact the sealed temple from Skyward Sword. But hey, that's just a theory. But if you agree with this theory, why not subscribe to Single Pringles?
I'm Chloe and I'm signing off.